Hello, fifth graders. I am really impressed by what I see so far. I've kind of seen that sometimes lessons in school and lessons at home go a little differently. So if you were having trouble with that name art and it was kind of bugging you out and you couldn't really figure out how to get that to flow, don't worry. I'm going to show you a lesson that I did with Miss Horton's class because she has a 4-5, so I did simplify this a little bit to just use normal line patterns, and it worked super easy. So I want to give this to you guys as an alternative since I'm not there with you, helping you out step by step. I think if you wanted to jump in and do this class, that you'd be able to finish it in one class. I know that her class pretty much is done, and I know when you're working independently, it can go a lot faster because you're not waiting on questions, you're just kind of working straight through. So, when you're doing this, again, we're going to use crayons for our rubbing, but you don't have to do black. You can kind of pick with what you want. Black will work the easiest, but again, any dark color will work just as fine. First thing you need to do is start with a square piece of paper. Then, you're going to start by folding it one way diagonally and creasing it. Folding it the other way, so I like to match up the tips. Hold, pull, go that way. Oops, watch what I'm doing. So matching up right at that, sliding it down. There's that edge. And if you are having some trouble doing this lesson on the thicker paper that I passed out to you guys, then feel free to use the copy paper just because we are gluing this onto a piece of construction paper, so it will be thick enough. So if you're having trouble with the thicker paper, I know sometimes folding thicker paper is harder, you may use the copy paper instead. You should have been given both. Okay, so you're going to fold it in half that way and in half this way, and you're going to open it up. So the same thing, you're still just working inside one of these 8 triangles. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're just working inside one of them. But instead of figuring out how to get a whole name to go in there, you can just do some simple line work. No matter what you want to do, it will work just fine. And I'm only staying inside this border here. So that was that. That was really quick. And again, I stopped when I hit that diagonal, and I stopped when I hit this horizontal. You only want to be inside that one triangle. Then you get your marker to rub, and you're going to first go smooshing it this way. And again, rubbing over those lines, taking a peek, seeing if you did it enough or where you need to check out some more spaces. So I need some more in here. I need some more here. I need some more right on that crease. So when you get a good stopping point again, if you feel it's enough for you to see, then go ahead and stop. Alright, I think that's enough for me to kind of see where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go on top of these lines. Again, pushing down hard. Now you may break your crayon, but that's okay. Oops. So I got that whole tip there. So I will keep going the back of this. Okay, after you get one square done, then you're going to fold it in half, and now you're rubbing in both of those sections. So I'm rubbing both triangles. You don't want to just rub one, it's not going to work. Giving it a peek. It's pretty good. But again, checking out where I need some more. Right in there. Take my crayon and I'm going to add in the zigzag. I'm going to add in this kind of bumpy line. There's that. There's that one. Add a bit more color in there. There's that one, as well as right across. Alrighty, so now all that is left is to fold it in half. And carefully, now you don't want to rip your paper. I like to go across one way, then across the other way, holding it down with my helper hand. So again, all the way across, and all the way. So if you are using the copy paper, stuff like that can happen. Opening it up, did a pretty good job that way. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up and down over all these lines. The nice thing about the copy paper though is you can kind of see right through it. So again, if it's easier for you to use copy paper for this, you can, because remember when you get to school, I'm going to have you put it on a piece of construction paper. I'm going back across. Should be good to trace. So then the last thing that you're going to do is you're just going to kind of go around and you are going to kind of cover all of those spots. And darken them up. Now I would like you to try to see if you can be done by the end of class today. But again, I don't want you to rush either, so please let me know if you need more time. However, I do think that this is a good time alternative. It goes really quickly. And after you get all of your crayon lines down, then when you go to color it, you can either stick with crayon with your decorating and coloring the whole thing in with crayon, or you can switch to colored pencil. If you're using colored pencil, what I am going to say is pushing down hard, because the company is going to try to scan these into the computer, and things that aren't dark don't scan as well. So if you are going to be using the colored pencils, make sure you push down hard. But again, it's your choice. And again, the last option that you guys have is you can use the markers, and that's what I'm going to choose because there's crayon down here. They're going to go super fast. I can kind of color right on top of that crayon. But again, that's your choice. You can choose when you are coloring things in. You can choose what kind of look you go with. And what I mean by that is you're free to just solid color in a spot, just like solid color, solid color, solid colors. Or if you want to get kind of fancy with it, you can also decorate within the spaces. So the only thing is you want to make sure that each space is the same color. So you can pick what colors, but you don't want to do things too differently. So again, I'm going to color in this next space. Again, do your best coloring. Since you guys are at home, if you want to use watercolors do really great against the crayon background because of that wax resist. I wouldn't use regular paint unless you were very careful and you had a very small brush to use. But watercolor would be an option if you have that at your house and you'd like to try it out. So pretty much you guys get free reign on what material you want to color it in with, whatever makes you happy. And basically you're just going to continue out until the whole thing is colored.